Alright guys, in this video I want to go over my super simple prospecting system for landing mobile website clients in your business. Now this system is really easy, and basically the whole idea is to get clients to call you by sending a few emails. There's no cold calling involved in this system. It's the system that I use every day in my business. It works really well, and really the beauty of the system is these videos that I've given to you. That's what really pre-sells and educates your clients and sets them up for the close. They have a really clear call to action, and that's really what makes this prospecting system work and work really well. So the first thing I want to go over is my website here, and basically give you an idea of how I'm using these videos in my business. So as you can see, I have the mobile prospecting video right here on my website, and it auto plays so that when the prospect visits the website, the video auto plays and immediately engages their attention. Something that's really great about these videos as well is that they make your website sticky, so people want to stick around for a long time. They'll watch through the video, be pre-sold on what you're offering, and be really engaged in hearing about what you have to offer their business. Like I said, again, there's a very clear call to action in the video, and so the whole goal is to get them to stay on your website, to browse around, to check out your pricing and some of your mobile website examples, and then ultimately to call you or to email you so that you can close the deal. And these videos work really great for that. They're super sticky, they get people super excited and engaged, and they ultimately get people calling you. The other great thing about the videos is it allows the prospect to understand the need for your services before you even set up the meeting. So that you're not fumbling around or trying to find the right words to say or trying to explain the services to them over the phone. These videos do all the pre-selling for you, and that's why the system works so well. Like I said, we're really just sending out a few emails. We're letting the video do all of the work with our prospects, and that is the best part about the system. Makes it super easy. Again, like I said, no cold calling involved, and it's just something that works really well in my business that I've tested and tried and that I use every day. So I'm going to show you right now exactly what I do. So like I said, make sure you get the video up on your site. You may want to use some sort of a squeeze page as I have here. That way, if they don't decide to call you, they can put in their name and information, and you can follow up with them either via phone or via email. Normally what I find though is that if people come to your website and they watch the video, like I said, they're already excited, and most of the time they're just going to call you or they're just going to email you. That's what I found happens majority of the time. But you don't want to lose out on any prospects, so make sure that you have an opt-in form on there anyway. That way, whatever form of communication they want to use, you're capturing that prospect and getting a chance to close them over the phone. So what I want to show you is the website that I use, which is yellowpages.com, to prospect for all of my leads for mobile website services. Now, in the PDF below this video, there's going to be a list of all the different business types that you can prospect for mobile website services. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and pick one and show you exactly what I do. It's usually about an hour a day to prospect for clients. It really doesn't take a whole lot more than that. My goal is to make this system as simple as possible for you guys. I know it's going to partly sound very simplistic, but I just want to make it easy for you to go out and get your first deal and build that confidence. So I'm going to make this system, it's a 3-part system. There's only 3 steps involved, and if you follow what I'm telling you and you prospect about 1 hour a day, you're going to get some deals, you're going to close some clients, and you're going to get some checks. So let's jump right into it here. We're at yellowpages.com. And what you want to do is, in the search box here, type in a business type that you're trying to prospect for. So for now, let's just type in lawyers. Let's say we're prospecting for lawyers. Click search. And these are paid advertisements here in the blue, so just scroll past that. And you see the first one here, Margison and Reed LLC. So go ahead and click on that. And here's a little bit of information about the business. Really, all we're concerned about is this right here where it says email business. And the reason for that is I've seen a lot of different systems out on the market where people tell you, to read through all this information, find out more about the business, and not that that stuff's not important, but what we're focused on in this system and what I like to focus my time and attention on is prospecting. I like to find the email address, send them an email, and not really get bogged down in a whole lot of the other information. The other thing that certain courses tell you to do is, since we're prospecting for mobile websites, you want to go and you want to search this guy's website and see if they already have a mobile website. Now that can be really helpful, but again, like I said, I want to focus on prospecting. I want to focus on closing deals. I don't want to focus my time and attention on finding out whether or not this business has a mobile website. The truth is, about 75% of local business owners do not have a mobile website. So most of the time, 3 out of the 4 people that you're emailing are not going to have a mobile website, and you don't even have to worry about it. By spending that time and looking at every prospect's website and seeing if it's mobile optimized, you're wasting time that you could be sending emails and closing deals. So what I would suggest and what I do in my business is I just focus on sending as many emails every day as I can. My goal every day is to send about 100 emails to business owners. I don't worry about whether or not they already have a mobile website. I don't worry about, checking out this information here. All I worry about is letting my system and my videos do the work for me. If you send an email to somebody who already has a mobile optimized website, they're not going to get upset with you. Most likely they're just going to ignore your email. So like I said, 3 out of the 4 times though, those people are not going to have mobile optimized websites, and they are going to be excited to hear from you, and they are going to watch your video, and they're going to give you a call. So my suggestion to make this system as simple and easy on yourself as possible, just focus on sending emails. Don't get bogged down in the details. That's what happens with a lot of guys, especially if you're just starting out in your offline business. People tend to get really bogged down in the details and spend all their time focusing on the wrong information instead of focusing on the stuff and the steps that are actually going to make your money in your business. So like I said, just focus on sending emails. Don't worry about the rest, and now let's move on to the next step of the process. So we talked about this little button here that says email the business. So all you want to do is you want to hover over it. You see down here in the bottom left corner when I hover over it, it says info@margisonreed.com. You just want to right click on that, click copy email address, and then I have a tab open here. You paste that into the to section. Whatever email provider that you're using, I suggest you set one up for your offline business website like I have here, jack@denverseoauthority.com. Then you just go ahead and send an email. So this is your first prospect that we're prospecting for. So you paste in the email address here, and then here is my email template that I use, one of the email templates that I use. You're going to get access to all of my email templates. They're in a zip file below this video so that you guys can start right away with some emails that I've had a lot of success with. So you can just immediately get over that learning curve and use emails that you know are going to work for your business. So here's the email here. Your website is costing you customers. Now, I've tested out a lot of different types of headlines. Feel free to test them yourself. This is one of the ones that's worked really well for me, and the reason for that is it really gets their attention right away. Small business owners, they want to make money. They don't want to lose customers. So this is a very attention-grabbing headline where they're going to sit up and say, "Wow, my website's costing me customers. I wonder what that's all about." Then they go inside the email. "Hello, I was just browsing around on yellowpages.com and came across your company. I took a look at your current website. I noticed something that was missing that I think could really help your business. Most people go online to find attorneys in their local area. Did you know that nearly 50% of those searches are done on a mobile phone? I made a video about it here. It's under 2 minutes." And then the link to your website, which again we already looked at. It has the video on autoplay ready for them to take a look at. And then it says, "I'd love to chat with you and see if I can help you grow your business. Regards, Jack Scanlon." And that's really all that I send. So that's the email there, one of the email templates that I use. So this is the one we're going to go ahead and send out. So I just open up my notepad document, copy the title, go back over here, paste that in the subject line. Grab the email message, paste it in, and then you just hit send. Oh, I see. Looks like I have to open up a new. So let's click new message again. Grab the email address one more time. I think my email server timed out there, so paste in the email. Grab the headline and paste in the message. And that's even a better example. You see how fast I can do that there? And that's it. So we've just prospected for our first business. Then all you want to do is go back to Yellow Pages, go back to the home page here where you search for lawyers, and you go to number 2. Click on Bendelli Law Firm PC. And again, copy email address, open up a new message, hit paste, grab the headline, the body of the email, and hit send. And again, go right back to Yellow Pages, go to number 3. Copy the email address, open up a new message, paste. Your website is costing you customers. Paste and send. So right there you can see we just prospected for 3 lawyers here in the Denver area in about, what did that take us, a minute, 2 minutes maybe? And that was with me explaining everything to you. So once you get really fast at this, I can do usually about 100 emails in about an hour. I just keep all of my windows open here so that I can just switch between them, have my email message ready to go, and I just keep prospecting for businesses. So what you want to do is you just go down this whole list here. Yellow Pages is a beautiful thing. You're going to have hundreds of different emails to prospect for. You know, some of them, let's see if I can find one here. Some of them are not going to have an email address. It looks like a lot of these do. But just so you know, some of them are not going to have an email address listed. And the best thing to do there is just move on to the next person. Don't even worry about it. Don't let it bog you down. Again, don't get caught in the small details. Just move on to the next one and email as many business owners as you can. My recommendation for you, especially if you're just starting out, is to send 100 emails per day, Monday through Friday. You can test out different times. I found that early in the mornings, 7 to 8 a.m., and then in the evenings, probably 5 to 6 o'clock are the best times to send emails, because business owners check their email first thing in the morning, and a lot of small business owners stick around later than most of their employees, so they could be at the office until 6 or 7 o'clock at night because they have other things that they need to take care of. So if you email them when they're not in the daily grind of the business and while they're sitting down at their computer, you can get their attention a lot easier, I've found. So test out different times for your business and see what works in your area. But like I said, you want to be sending out about 500 emails a week. 100 a day, Monday through Friday, and you're going to get some leads. Most likely, you're going to get your first deal, if you follow my system, your very first week. And the other beautiful thing about this system is not everyone's going to check your email the day that you send it. So if you start sending 100 emails a day for a couple of weeks in a row, those emails are going to start building up. And the work that you did 2 weeks ago is going to start paying off 2 weeks from now in the future. These emails are going to build up, and as more and more people start getting your message and going to your website, more and more people are going to know about you, and you're going to start getting, your calls are going to start building up as you continue to do this. I know that 100 emails sounds like a lot, But trust me, it really isn't. Like I said, it takes me about an hour. You know, you just got to invest 1 hour a day in your offline business and you can be successful at this. Like I said, this is all I do every day. I just use yellowpages.com, and if you go in the PDF like I told you, lawyers aren't the only business that you can prospect for. There's a ton of them. Let's just show you how powerful Yellow Pages is. Let's type in plumbers. Okay? Plumbers. And really, we're only searching in Aurora, Colorado right here. I could, that's a small suburb in the Denver area. There's 10 other suburbs plus the main city that I can go after. And you saw how many lawyers there were right there. Let's look at plumbers. Let's see. Scroll down. Look, there's at least 5 pages of them. So look, 1 of 30 of 843 of Aurora plumbers. So 843 Aurora plumbers. Like I said, that's not even including Denver. That's not even including any of the other suburbs. So there are plenty of businesses to prospect on yellowpages.com. These people are already paying for advertising. They're great prospects, and the email address is super easy to find, just like I showed you guys. So again, implement that system. Like I told you, I just want to make this as easy as possible on you. Just follow that system. The keys are this. Get the video set up on your website, go to yellowpages.com, find some email addresses, use my templates, send out a few emails, and wait for the phone calls to come in. That's really all there is to this system. In the next couple of videos, I'm going to show you exactly what I say to prospects when they call me on the phone. I have a beautiful script that works every time, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that and exactly how to be successful closing mobile deals in your business. Alright guys, so in the last video we went over prospecting and finding businesses and how to send them emails to get your phone ringing off the hook. In this video, I want to show you exactly what you need to do on the phone in order to close those mobile website sales and make it super easy on yourself. Now, a lot of people think that this is the most difficult part, but really this is where all the magic happens, and if you know how to do it and you know what you're doing, this is actually the easiest part of the whole process. This is how you set them up for the face-to-face meeting, and before you get to the face-to-face meeting, they can already be sold on your services, and really the face-to-face just turns into a formality. All they want to do is meet you, and they're ready to give you a check because of what you said to them over the phone. So I want to show you in this video exactly what I say, give you a couple of very specific sentences that I say, and a few examples and tips to show you exactly how I do this, and a simple, easy 1, 2, 3 step process for you to follow. So let's get right into it. The process that you want to be following is they hit your website, they watch your video, and then they call you. That's the process you want to follow every time. So you prospect for businesses through yellowpages.com, you send out a few emails, and then they hit your website, they check out your video, and then they give you a call. It's really as simple as that. That's the process that we're following here. When somebody calls you, what you want to do is you always want to be moving forward during the process. You want to be asking them about their business, what they do, can they, what kind of business do they have? You want to find out whether or not they can afford us, what type of situation that their business is in, and really kind of gather some information about them. For example, I talked to a hot tub salesman here in the Denver area last week, and basically one of the first things I asked him after I found out that he was a hot tub salesman, I basically asked him, okay, and these are actually Whirlpool tubs, so Whirlpool tubs that go inside your house in like a luxury type bathroom. So my first question to him was, just to find out a little more about his business, was just very casual. You want a small talk. So I said, oh, that's great. Do you usually sell directly to the customers, or are you selling directly to the contractors that are installing the bathtubs? Simple question. I basically just found a little bit about his business. He sells Whirlpool tubs, and then instead of making it immediately about what I'm trying to sell him, I engage him in a conversation and I ask him a question about his business so that he knows right away I'm interested in him. I'm not trying to hard sell him. I'm not trying to take money out of his pocket. I'm legitimately interested and concerned about his business. So that simple question opened up to him talking to me for about 5 minutes about the different things that they provide and how they, these these tubs are great for arthritis and all these different things. It got him excited about talking to me. I engaged him and I was interested in what he wanted to talk about. He got excited so that he was ready to move forward, and basically we were on friendly terms at that point. So that's what you want to do. You want to find something that you can ask or that you can say to them, just like I did. So I asked him, basically about the process of his business and how his sales process works. It got him immediately excited and engaged to continue talking to me. After you kind of get that small talk out of the way, one of the very first things you want to say, and if you say it just like this, like I told you, I was going to give you some very specific sentences to say. Just follow my system. So get a little bit of small talk out of the way and then say, "Let me see your website." Simple as that. They'll give you the URL. What you want to do is you want to look at their website while you're on the phone with them. Again, make sure you take a look at your website. This is the key to the entire process. You want to take a look at their website, and then immediately after you look at it, this is exactly what you say. You say, "This is awesome. We can easily make your existing site into a mobile version. Then your site will convert even better and look better on a mobile phone." Boom, you transition the conversation right into your mobile website pitch very seamlessly. What you want to do is you want to suggest a couple of examples there. So you basically just told them how great their site's going to look on a mobile phone. Then just drop a couple examples. Say, "We can add a click-to-call function. We can capture emails. We can do so much for your business. Your website just looks awesome. Like, this is going to be so easy and great to turn into a mobile website for you." You want to just be preaching benefits, benefits, benefits. You want to know that these changes are going to drive more traffic into their business, which is going to lead to more sales and more money for them. That's really the key. They want to find out, how can you make them more money? Then you want to say, right now you've already got them interested in your mobile website. So the next part of the process, this is really the whole key to the whole conversation. You want to say, "Let me show you an example of a mobile website so you can see how good it looks on a mobile phone." This is the most powerful step of the process right here. You're on the phone with them and you're about to show them live what a mobile website looks like and really get them excited. This is what you want to do. You want to send them the URL live on the phone. If they can look at it on their phone, even better. There's a lot of different mobile website mockups out there that give you the ability to have a URL that you can click on the URL and open up the mobile site mockup right there, either on your computer or on your cell phone. That's what you want to do. A lot of these mobile website mockup generators give you this URL. The one that I really like to use, and the one I recommend for you that's super simple and powerful to use, is called Minute Mobile Mockups by Will Riley. There's a link to it below this video. I think it's about $10, but it's money well spent, because that's really going to make the difference in these phone calls for you. If you can show them a beautiful, ready-made, functioning mobile website right while you're on the call with them, this is what sells the client. Like I said, this is huge. This builds instant excitement and shows a real tangible example of what you can do. Now at this point, they're already pretty much sold. If you did those three things and you said those three sentences to them, they're pretty much excited and already sold on your mobile website services, especially by showing them the live mobile website mockup. They are going to be pumped and excited and say, "Wow, you're right, that does look a whole lot better on a mobile phone than my existing site does. I'm really excited about this. This is really cool." Inevitably though, they're going to ask, how much does it cost? This always comes up in the conversation, but don't let it scare you. You want to be confident in what your services are worth. When people ask price, what I normally do is I go towards the high end of the service and see how they react. So typically for a mobile website, I would say something like, "It's $997. That's the high end of what I would charge for a mobile website." If they seem hesitant, or if they delay, or they say or something like that, just jump right back into the conversation and say, "But we are offering a special this month for blank," and name a lower price that you are comfortable with. So the conversation would go like this: "My mobile websites are $997. customer delays a little bit, says, man, I don't know. You just say, but we're running a special this month for $497. So basically what you did right there, you set their expectations on a high price, and then you immediately cut the price down so that the $497 looks like such a good deal to them right now. And so then they're going to go, oh wow, that sounds a whole lot more reasonable. So if they act like it's reasonable, then it's time to set up the meeting. From what I found is that works like a charm. You get them prepared for the high price by saying $997, and then you drop it down by running a special for $497. It's a beautiful thing. It works every time. Just say it exactly like I just showed you, and you guys are going to have huge success. So this is where you start setting up the meeting. You want to make sure you ask for the meeting at this point before they hang up. Don't let them hang up. Don't let them say, well, let me look at my calendar to see, when I have time or whatever. Get something set up while they're on the phone. You just said they just got excited. They're fine with the price point at this point. You just want to say, well, that sounds great. I'd love to get started with you. Why don't we go ahead and set up a time to meet and kind of go over what I can do for your business and how the process is going to work and everything. When can you meet with me? Like I said, make sure you get the meeting before you hang up. Another thing that's really important is we don't want to get into a comparison between what we charge for our services and what other companies charge. We only want them focused on us during this process. So you really want to steer the conversation towards benefits and what you can provide for their business. Some of these business owners may have already talked to somebody, or they're already working with a local marketing company, and they may bring that up. But what you want to do is steer the conversation back to what you can provide and how you can help them grow their business. Don't focus on the other competitor. Don't focus on the other guy. That steers the conversation in the wrong direction. Just focus on you, what you can provide, and how you can help them. We want them choosing between us and no service, not between us and another company. You want to start building confidence over time. What you can charge is all about your confidence. I started with $297 for mobile websites, then $497, then $1,000. As you get more comfortable and confident that you can provide what you say, then you'll be able to comfortably ask for more. It's all about your confidence, doing this a couple of times, and you're going to get better and better at it. Like I said, make sure you get that meeting set up. Use those simple tips and tricks that I gave you. Basically, there's 4 sentences in there in the whole selling process, and that's all you have to think about. Don't let this part of the process scare you. You really only have to say 4 things during the call, and you have to be a little bit friendly. That's all there is to it. This isn't as scary as people make it sound, and using the tricks and tips that I just gave you, you're going to get people super excited, and by the time you get to the face-to-face meeting, they're going to be ready to pull out their checkbook and write you a check for your services. It's really not that hard, and now it's time to talk about the face-to-face meeting. So I just want to summarize one more time. They hit your website and they call us. They ask questions and overcome objections, and then you get the face-to-face meeting. Alright, so now it's time to talk about the face-to-face meeting. At this point, after the phone conversation, they should be pretty convinced that you know what you're talking about, especially if you followed the steps that I just outlined for you in the phone selling process there. Now it's all about closing the sale. What you want to do is you want to meet them at Starbucks or some other local place. The reason I like to do that is because it's a neutral ground. You're not at their office or at your office where one of you feels like you have the upper hand. It's a neutral ground. It really kind of sets the stage for more of a friendly atmosphere, friendly meeting. And what I really like to do is I like to meet people at Starbucks and just offer to buy them a coffee. It builds instant rapport and instant friendship, and really just kind of like sets you apart. I like to dress nice. I like to dress in slacks and a nice button-up shirt. One thing about our business is a lot of people like to wear t-shirts and jeans. You can wear t-shirts and jeans to a meeting, that's fine. But what I like to do is I like to impress people right off the bat. So one thing I'd suggest is dress up. Wear some slacks, wear a button-up. You're there to impress these people, and you're there to walk out with a check. That's the ultimate goal here. So like I said, meet them at Starbucks, some neutral location, and dress up for the meeting. Now what you want to do during the meeting is You basically just want to answer all their questions that they have. You've probably answered a lot of their questions already over the phone and kind of really, set yourself up for success and given them reasons why they need a mobile website. At this point, it's just kind of, like I said, it's just about answering some of their questions face to face and giving them a chance to meet you and really kind of see who you are and how you can help their business. You want to show them examples of mobile websites that you've already created. If you're just starting out, you can show them examples of what you could create. What I mean by that is there's a lot of different mobile website builders out there. If you purchase one of these mobile website builders, they've got a whole bunch of different screenshots of sites that were set up using that mobile website builder. You don't have to claim that you were the one who created it, but you can basically just say, I could create you something like this or something similar to these sites, or see these designs here, I can create your mobile website to look a lot like this. Let me know which of these you like best. So it helps you so that if you've never done it before and you don't have a portfolio already, you can basically just use other people's work and make suggestions to the business owner. What showing them examples does is it gives your potential client a huge boost in confidence that you can deliver what you say, because they're seeing tangible live results right in front of them of the types of different designs and services that you can provide. What's really important is you want to make sure during the meeting that whatever you promise, you want to make sure you can deliver on that. You never want to overpromise and end up disappointing your clients. This is very bad for business. So make sure that you're not telling them things that you can't accomplish just to get the check. You don't want to overdo it here. Basically, like I said, during the phone meeting, you already convinced them that they need a mobile website. They wouldn't be meeting with you if they didn't think the same thing. A lot of times people have the tendency here in the face-to-face to try to overdo stuff. They try to talk too much or talk about too many different benefits and things, and they really kind of get bogged down in the weeds with the client and get themselves in trouble where they end up overpromising something that they can't actually deliver on. So what you want to do is just keep it simple. Really small talk for a little bit, show them some examples of mobile websites because that's what they're there to see, and keep it simple. You want to tell them that we'll do whatever it takes to help them succeed. That's really kind of the tagline that I use. Instead of trying to over talk or talk about different things that I can accomplish for them, I just tell them I'm going to do whatever I can to help you succeed. Like I said, all the hard work was already done over the phone. I just find usually that the meeting's a formality. They want to meet you face to face. They don't want to hand over $500 to somebody they've never met before. They just want to meet you. They've already been sold on the phone. They loved the mobile website mock-up that you showed them, and they're ready to do business. They just want to see who you are and kind of put a face to a name. So don't let the face-to-face scare you. After you showed them some website examples, at this point what I find is most of the time they'll usually say, so what's the next step? What you want to do here is you want to be confident and ask for the check. Here's exactly what I say. You say, I'll get started on your site. You can write me a check or PayPal me the $497. Then you just leave it at there and let them answer. Just stop talking. This is a huge selling point right here. You want them to lead themselves to the conclusion of pulling out their checkbook or asking you where to send the PayPal money. So you just say, I'll get started on your site. You can write me a check or PayPal me the $497, and then you just stop talking. What I find is most of the time what they'll say is, okay, well, who do I make the check out to? Or where do I PayPal the money? The check's easy. They'll go ahead and write it up for you. Then the PayPal money, you have your laptop right there with you. Just go ahead and send them to the link on your site that has the PayPal button. Let them pay right there in front of you. It's as easy as that. Again, you just don't want to overspeak here. Don't say too much or you'll talk them right out of it. Just use that one little line sentence right there. Let them respond, and most of the time they'll walk themselves right into paying you. It's a beautiful tactic and a beautiful thing there. If they agree to do business with you, one of the most important things, and one thing that I've found out the hard way in my business is you do not want to leave without a check in hand or money in your account. They'll end up forgetting or deciding they don't need you after all. You don't want to give them too much time to think. I've done this especially when I was first starting out. I had the tendency to be so excited that I just made a sale or that I convince somebody to do business with me, that I would either say, okay, I'll send you an invoice when I get back to the office, or they would say, well, hey, send me the payment link and I'll pay you, sometime later today when I get done with some of the other stuff I got to take care of this morning. You don't want to do that, because what's happened to me several times is, you get out of that meeting, you're super excited, and then, like I said, they either forget to pay you or they decide they don't need you because they've had too much time to think about it. You've already done all the hard work to get the sale. Just make sure you don't leave without getting paid. You already set everything up. They're already ready to do business with you. They're already ready to pay you. So just make sure, like I said, either have them write you a check or PayPal you the money right there on the spot. There's no worse feeling than doing all that hard work, prospecting for them, getting the meeting, closing them over the phone, to leave the meeting and then have to go and chase your money. Because like I said, a lot of times you just won't get paid on it, and then it's a very disappointing feeling, and it can be very discouraging for you. So probably in the face-to-face, the two most important things you want to focus on are showing them the website examples and then walking out with the check. This is probably the most important part of the piece of the system here. You just don't want to leave. I can't stress that enough. You really want to make sure that you get the check in the meeting. The other great thing is, once you get that first check, the rest will be much easier. Like I said, if you're just starting out and you've never done this before, use my system, prospect for clients, close them on the phone, get that first meeting, and then walk out with that very first check. Let me tell you, there is no greater feeling. It's so awesome. You get super excited. It's like Christmas Day. You walk out there with your first check, and it just pumps you up and builds huge momentum for the rest of your business. You get that first check, and trust me, the second one is so much easier. I'm telling you, it may seem scary right now to go get your first check, but as soon as you get back in your car after that sales meeting and you have $500 more to your name, you're going to be so pumped up. You're going to go back home and send out 500 emails that day. I guarantee you. You're going to be super excited. Like I said, it just builds momentum. So use my system. It's 3 steps. You prospect, you close them on the phone using the simple tricks that I gave you, and you walk out of the face-to-face meeting with the check. It's going to get so much easier for you every time, and as you continue to do this, your business will just build more and more momentum, and you'll just continue to grow. You basically just want to tell the prospect at the end of the meeting, we are confident that we can help you grow your business, and that's kind of how you leave things. You're confident you can help them, you get the check, and you walk on out of there. So in summary, again, you want to give benefits and live examples, you want to make promises that you know you can keep, and you want to get the check. So here's to hoping that you guys go out and get your first check this week. I know you can do it. I'm super excited for you, and I'm here for you if you need anything. Just hit me up through the support tab at the top of the members area here. I can walk you guys through things. I can help you with whatever you need. Like I said, follow my 3-step system and get that first check. Get it out of the way. If you're just starting out, just take care of it. If you're a seasoned mobile marketer and you've done this a lot before, keep doing it. Grow your business using my techniques, and let the sales videos do all the work for you, and I know you guys are going to be successful. Thank you so much.